The 1990-91 NBA season marked the beginning of a new era in basketball. The 1980s had been dominated by Magic Johnson's Lakers, Larry Bird's Celtics, and Isaiah Thomas's Detroit Pistons. But as the new decade rolled in, the league was ready for change. At the center of that change was Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls. Jordan had already established himself as the NBA's best player.
The guard, that is Byron Scott opening against Michael Jordan. Jordan able to blow.
Winning multiple scoring titles, MVP awards, and dazzling fans with his highlight reel plays.
It's a 2-on-1. Here's Jordan.
But there was one thing he had yet to accomplish, winning an NBA championship. For years, the Detroit Pistons' bad boys had been Jordan's biggest obstacle. Their physical defense, known as the Jordan Rules, had frustrated him in 3 straight postseasons.
Steal leading to this.
The question heading into 1991 was, could Jordan and the Bulls finally break through?
Teams and a lot of other teams is the aggressiveness. They're strong, tight, aggressive.
Yes.
In the Western Conference, the Los Angeles Lakers were in transition. The Showtime era of the 1980s had slowed down with the retirement of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, but Magic Johnson was still leading the team with his brilliant passing and leadership. Meanwhile, the Portland Trail Blazers, led by Clyde Drexler, had just reached the finals in 1990 and were looking to take the next step.
Ejection. Here's Drexler. Yes!
This season was about the old guard versus the new generation. And as we would soon find out, it was the year that Michael Jordan and the Bulls finally took over the NBA.
Look at this play. Back cut by Michael. Oh, man.
The Chicago Bulls started the season slowly, losing their first 3 games. But once they found their rhythm, they became unstoppable.
Here in Chicago on Tuesday, Jordan sweeping through.
Michael Jordan won his second MVP, averaging 31.5 points, 6 rebounds, 5.5 assists, and 2.7 steals per game. Scottie Pippen emerged as an all-star, providing elite defense and versatility.
He's great at taking the ball to the basket, his penetration, and his
The Bulls embraced Phil Jackson's triangle offense, making them a complete team rather than just relying on Jordan. They finished the regular season with a franchise-best 61-21 record, the best in the Eastern Conference. In the West, the Portland Trail Blazers dominated,
Percy shooting over Elliott.
finishing with the NBA's best record at 63-19.
Of the penetration so that it does not get the easy layup like right there.
Drexler and company looked like legitimate championship contenders. Meanwhile, the Lakers, 58-24, were still strong, but they no longer had the same dominance as in past years. The defending champions, the Detroit Pistons, 50-32, had struggled with injuries and fatigue but remained dangerous heading into the playoffs.
8% coming into this game.
The 1991 NBA playoffs featured intense rivalries, upsets, and historic moments. The Bulls swept the New York Knicks in the first round and then defeated Charles Barkley's Philadelphia 76ers in 5 games in the second round.
We're even at 4. They run a screen for Pippen, and he breaks out and hits the shot.
This set up a highly anticipated showdown with the Detroit Pistons in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Early as he sets up on Edwards.
For 3 straight years, the Pistons had eliminated the Bulls, but this time, Chicago was ready.
Stay close enough so that you can make it up in the last 3 quarters.
Cartwright, yes.
Scottie Pippen dominated, averaging 22 points per game while shutting down Isaiah Thomas.
Into the floor, the block shot by Pippen. Thomas says, I'm going to tee it up right away with a 3-point shot, try to break their spirit right here. Instead, it winds up being an air ball pass, but then the next block shot.
The Bulls' defense suffocated the Pistons, holding them to under 100 points in every game. Michael Jordan controlled the series, scoring at will, but also trusting his teammates. The Bulls swept the Pistons 4-0, ending Detroit's reign as champions. In one of the most controversial moments in NBA history, the Pistons walked off the court before the final buzzer, refusing to shake hands with the Bulls. It was a symbolic passing of the torch. The Lakers upset the Trail Blazers in the Western Conference Finals in a 6-game series. Magic Johnson was brilliant, leading his team with clutch performances. The Lakers won a crucial Game 1 in Portland, shifting the momentum. Portland fought hard but couldn't overcome Magic's leadership. This set up a dream matchup: Michael Jordan versus Magic Johnson in the NBA Finals.
Here's Pippen.
The NBA Finals between the Bulls and Lakers was a battle of generations. The Lakers shocked the Bulls by winning Game 1 in Chicago, 93-91. Magic Johnson had a triple-double and controlled the pace of the game. Sam Perkins hit a clutch three-pointer to seal the victory.
Worthy and Johnson. Bulls by 2. You see the clock running down. And Perkins goes for 3. He's got it.
Chicago suddenly found themselves trailing in the series, and doubt started creeping in. In Game 2, Michael Jordan responded with one of the most famous plays in NBA history.
Fire away. He's now 1 for 9. The look away to Livingston. Jordan. Oh, a spectacular.
Late in the game, Jordan drove to the basket, switched hands in midair, and made an incredible left-handed layup. The play became known simply as the move and was replayed for years. The Bulls dominated the game and won 107-86, tying the series 1-1.
The Chicago Bulls have tied the series at 1-1.
The series shifted to Los Angeles for Game 3, and it was an instant classic.
As did Bill Cartwright. Magic guarding Jordan, who's able to convert.
The game went into overtime, with Jordan hitting clutch shots.
Remaining Craig Hodges, the three-point specialist, has checked in. Here's Jordan on the pull-up. Yes! And the game is tied!
We got to look at the play.
Bulls with the delay of game to give. Divac. Jordan knocked it away. Scott got it off. And we go to overtime at 1. This game 3 of the best of 7 NBA Championship Series. Here's Jordan. Yes! 24-second clock is at 3. Grant launches and hits.
The Bulls pulled away 104-96, taking a 2-1 series lead. Chicago dominated Game 4, winning 97-82. Pippen played his best game of the series, scoring 30 points.
Still missing the best look that Scott's had in the basket in a long time.
He had missed his previous 10, but Scottie Pippen with the answer.
Jordan focused on passing, recording 13 assists. The Lakers looked overmatched, and their key players were dealing with injuries. With the Bulls leading 3-1, Game 5 was their chance to win their first championship.
Final. Lakers control the tip. Magic, played by Jordan. Teagle beating Paxson. Yes. Divac on the follow. Chicago points. Green. And it's Divac off the fake. Teagle could not handle that pass. And here comes Jordan.
Magic Johnson did his best to keep the Lakers alive, recording 20 assists.
But there's quite a toll exacted by 79 regular season games, 18 playoff games, with 16 points, 18 assists. Campbell!
Again, a look from a different angle. The ball, the cylinder. And
John Paxson was the unexpected hero, hitting clutch shots in the final minutes.
By Divac. Paxson shooting. John Paxson.
it's because he's a driver, slasher. He's a pull-up jump shooter.
Perkins. Jordan with the crossover and the bucket. Paxson open again.
The Bulls won 108-101, and Chicago had its first NBA title.
To get back to their locker room. For the Lakers, a different story.
Two great teams. Congratulations to the Chicago Bulls and their great fans.
As the final buzzer sounded, Michael Jordan collapsed in tears, holding the championship trophy in the locker room.
Were you surprised by the effort of the Lakers with their backs to the wall?
Oh, no, not at all. We knew they were going to come out and get up there.
Jordan was named Finals MVP, averaging 31.2 points, 11.4 assists, and 6.6 rebounds. The Bulls' dynasty had begun. This was the first of 6 championships they would win in the 1990s. Just months later, Magic Johnson announced his retirement due to his HIV diagnosis.
We are still waiting, and obviously the anticipation is getting worse and worse. We would like to get an answer sooner or later.
Best known athletes is over.
I just want to make clear, first of all, that I do not have the AIDS disease, because I know a lot of you want to know that, but the HIV virus. I am going to go on, I'm going to beat it, and I'm going to have fun. Okay, so thank you again, and I'll see you soon.
It was the end of the Showtime Lakers era and the beginning of the Jordan era.
Quick moves on Russell. We're down to 2, now to 1. Here's Jordan. Yes!
The 1990-91 NBA season changed basketball forever. It cemented Michael Jordan's status as the league's best player. It marked the end of the Pistons' dominance and the fall of the Lakers dynasty. The NBA exploded in popularity with Jordan becoming a global icon. This season was the turning point that set the stage for the Chicago Bulls to dominate the decade. The 1990-91 Bulls were more than just champions. They were the beginning of a dynasty that would define the 1990s. The 1991 season was a historic moment in NBA history, a season that signaled the end of one era and the beginning of another. Michael Jordan finally got over the hump. The Lakers made one last finals run, and the league was never the same again. But what do you think? Was this the most important season in NBA history? Do you remember watching these games? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive into NBA history, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode of Full Court Insider. We bring you the most detailed and exciting basketball stories from the past and present. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.